I think in the future, what we call zero UI is that you will see more and more use cases where people interact with product without even screens. So they will use voice and body gestures. And how are you building product for this type of reality?
For decades, software was built around screens, tabs, and logins. But a new generation of products is emerging, designed around people and interaction.
Last year at this time, we were in Spain together.
That's true.
Just a different part of Spain. And things have changed dramatically since then. Last year, you were given a new mission.
Yeah.
Product-wise, Winston.
Right.
Winston was launched. You and Michael made that happen.
Yep.
And then there's an acquisition.
Yep. That's, I think to be honest, it's part of the impact of Winston. I think we made a lot of impact for our customers, also in the market took it very well. And the acquisition is, part of the outcome. So that's the true success story, I think.
Well, talk a little bit about the change. So there's got to be a transformation of talent within your organization going from the old style applicant tracking system form-based model to a conversational model, like a Winston model, right? Because building UI for one is not building conversational UI. They're two entirely different things. Talk a little bit about that. What kind of growing pains did you have? How did you overcome that?
Yeah, I think, you never ship AI-based product and then, that's it, right? It's like magic. You always need to go and iterate, and you learn so fast as a product leader. We always aim higher to get it better as well. I think to your point, how we're thinking about the interaction with the product is that, and you've heard me, I'm talking about seamless personalization, right?
Yeah.
And in order to create a truly unique experience for each and every individual, you need to also, I would say, expand the concept of UI. So we're talking a lot internally about adaptive or composable UI. No one really wants to log into ATS, that.
But yet they have to. How do you push past that? Because again, you're one system, they have all these other systems. What's the future look like for SmartRecruiters to be able to get away from multiple tabs and literally just providing the user what they need in the time that they need it?
It's a lot about tapping into the flow of work, right? And where users are. And so what I think you would see a lot in the system and what we're building toward is the ability to basically serve all those tasks that users need to do wherever you are. So if you're spending more time, using Teams or WhatsApp or SMS, this is where you should, take your task and exactly and provide feedback about the candidate. You don't need to log into the system. And I think the other piece of it, there is two more aspects to it. One is the agent to agent. So I think in the future, what you will see, and you're talking to many vendors in this space, everyone are building the agents. So how all this swarm of agents can collaborate with one another. And I think, and this is something that you're gonna hear it from all tech companies these days, how you upskill the people, you're changing the mindset. A lot of, I think, in the space of product management is also changing. So for example, if it used to be very strict, like functions of engineers, product and design, there is kind of a mesh. But also in terms of mindset, you're bringing people that are experts for conversational design, for example. And there is a whole skill set around that, or how you're making it really, really better. It's an art. So what we're trying to do is to ship and iterate. We have really strong design partners program, getting their feedback on every step that we're having.
And we were talking about conversational AI, how in the iterative process, how do you make it, even though it's not human, how do you make it more human? Is it literally just time, or what? Training? What's the secret sauce?
Philosophically, I would say, we're designing the product in a way that there is a few crucial decision points that we are keeping human in the loop. For you to feel like you have a partner, not chatting with a chatbot.
So how do you start to build for those types of culture differences in tone and conversation?
First, you need to provide a lot of flexibility. You can also tailor as a company what kind of voice and tone it will have. Expectation shift very quickly these days in the pace of AI.
Agentic CRM.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This to me is exciting from the standpoint of so many companies had CRMs for so long and literally just atrophied and died. They didn't do anything with them.
Instead of just publishing and advertising another job and then getting more application, you already have the applications that you need. You need a system, right?
Yes.
But you're missing the tool or the capability to unlock it. I already have a really good talent that maybe you can, leverage in a different way, just connecting the dots. So if you have the information from the rest of the suite, basically about your talent.
The biggest cost of change management for these huge systems is literally the integration.
You can believe people reaction, like gut reaction, when they're hearing the word migration. And if you're a large enterprise, you have hundreds of costume fields, be able to map those to another, field in a different system takes sometimes weeks or months. So be able to have an agent who's just, doing that for you in a few seconds, and providing you the visibility. We're using a third party to basically audit every AI-based product that we have. You need to have this transparency. You need to lead with transparency to get to trust. So there is more and more elements that we are looking to expose more to candidates.
The next generation of software will not be defined by screens, but by intelligence, orchestration, and trust.